Congratulations, you made it to day 3. And I want to let you know, man, that's a big deal. Giving up fast food and alcohol for 2 days. Those first 2 days can be, they can be pretty rough. But I'm just gonna be honest and raw and real. Day 3 to day 7, these are going to be some of the roughest days with this, because this is when your mind starts to really start playing tricks with you. Some of those habits, some of those beliefs start to come up. Food is an addiction. Alcohol is an addiction. There's chemicals that these people put in this on our food supply that feeds that addiction part of us, that helps us not deal with issues of life, issues that go on with us, things that we have not dealt with, trauma maybe. And there's a reason why food is so addictive. There's a reason why so many people get addicted to fast foods. I was addicted to fast food my whole life. And we're taught, they spend billions and maybe even trillions of dollars to get in our heads to make us think that it's okay. So there's no shame in this. Like, there is a war over your body and your mind and your work and your efforts to feed this matrix and to unglue, to unplug, to get out of that. It is a heroic effort. And it's going to take everything that you have in day 3 to day 7. This is going to be a really challenging day. Day 3. Because this is where the addiction starts. This is where the old chemicals in your mind starts to play tricks with you. And that's why fruit is so important. That's why fruit and pistachios, because you need to get the right vitamins. Because if you're just white knuckling it, you might be able to do it. But man, if you start getting hydrated, if you put the right nutrients in your body, you're going to start noticing. So I recommend first thing in the morning, get up, get some fruit. You might not feel like it. Your body sometimes, especially if you're like addicted to fast food, your body's probably used to getting up and getting breads or getting, processed food. And, if you can get up in the morning, the first thing in the morning, and get a banana in, or get an orange in, or get an apple in. I know it might feel weird and it might not be something that you want to do, but if you can get up in the morning and start that day and get the right things in you, then you're setting yourself for success, setting yourself up for success for the rest of the day. If you get up and you put, processed food in you, and donuts and eggs and, a bunch of sugars, that chemical messes with your body. It messes with your vagus nerve, which is connected to the back of your skull, which goes into your pineal gland, and it goes into your melatonin and your GABA. And if you're not getting the proper food in the morning, you're really setting yourself up for stress the rest of the day. So get up, get some fruit, have fruit often through the day, and add one grounding thing. Now, when I say grounding, a lot of people think, oh, that's just weird, where you're going outside with your shoes off and all that, or you're hugging a tree. No, grounding is something that you do that brings joy to you, that is healthy, and it can and because you actually have an electric field around you. This is a study. Go to HeartMath Institution, actually shows us. And there's certain things that you can do to activate this. So, a simple, I go on a daily walk without a cell phone. Maybe you need to go, maybe you just have a little walk, or maybe you have a little hobby to do, or maybe you like to have little fires. My wife she's a little pyro, so she goes outside when she's stressed, she makes little fires, Actually, she makes big fires and it scares me, but that's another story. I like water. I like to go around water. And so you got to find your thing, but stick in there. Day 3, proud of you, and we'll see you tomorrow.